No more heroes, it's hero begin to catch on nobody but yourselves. Nothing less to do. No more heroes, no time just to sleep if you're gonna be number one.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
What's up, everyone? OJ over here from PlayerEssence. Welcome back to another OJ Live. Today we got a great show for you guys, man. I'm excited to talk about some games. With you guys, man. Just talk about the week. It's like a weekly wrap-up show. So excited to talk about that. Yo, thank you so much for the boy for the 8,000 boost to the stream. My man Shinru with the double JoJo boys. Let me get both of them in at the same time. Shinru and Flying Hippo. The Flying Hungry Hippo. Let's get it. Everybody in chat. Shinru, my boy. Ambu Black Ops. And the Flying Hippo. Hungry Hippos. Let's get it. Thank you so much, Shinru. With the $10 and says, here's a banger, OJ. What's good today, Lord Hokage? Give me that PS5 you got. Give me that PS5, bro. Oh my gosh. Yo, let's go. Thank you so much for the 10, Shinru. And I'm gonna get your music going for you right now, man. Let's get that popping. What's popping? You know, don't need Jack Harlow to get it popping over here. Let's go. Shout outs to my man Shinru. Thank you for the 10, bro. I appreciate you. You are the top stream ninja and stream Hokage, along with Flying Hippo. The Flying Hungry Hippo with the $10. What's up, OJ? I made some plans and didn't realize until now that they're happening at the same time as the stream. So I just wanted to show some love before I go. All right, shout outs Flying Hippo. Take care of that business, whatever you got to do, those plans. Get it done. Thank you so much for dropping that 10 before you bounce, man. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that, dude. I really do. Thank you. Shout outs to everybody here. Thank you guys so much for the support early. We got a great show for you guys. Like I said, we're going to be talking about some stuff. We got Splatoon 2 gameplay towards the end as well. So make sure you guys get your Splatoon 2s ready. Soft Donut 25, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Fire Nation Elite. Also, Nightshade with the host. Thank you so much, Nightshade. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for supporting the stream as well. Shout out to you guys with the early support. Let's go ahead and let's get Shinru here. Up on the board as well. Shinru with that $10. Thank you so much. Appreciate the 10, bro. I appreciate the 10. All right, let me play that song again. It's really short, so I'll play it one more time for you. I don't know what you're talking about, Spawnwave Rubber Stamp. I don't know what you're talking about, Christmas Topper, but yo, good to see you here, man. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, everyone has to boost the stream. We only have 2. What's this whole boosting stream? What does community boost mean? Like, what does that, can somebody explain to me what this Twitch Fire Nation boosting stream means? I have no idea what it means. But shout outs, thank you for boosting the stream. All right, so let's go and let's get into some ninja news. So this morning we had a big video on Pokemon Legends Arceus. Big video on that. Shout outs to everybody who watched. It's my 3rd best video in my top 10, over 3.4K views. So I do appreciate you guys. Went up around 9 a.m. my time, 12 p.m. Pacific time. So Eastern time, sorry. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for joining in on the giveaway too. So we do have a PlayStation 5 giveaway. If you're unaware of how to join the PS5 giveaway, you can type in !giveaway, !giveaway, and that will give you details on that. We're going to be pushing that till we hit 100K. We are giving away a PS5, and we're also giving away 10 $100 or $99 credits for any store that you any gaming front, you know, when it comes to like eShop or PSN, Xbox. So it's a pretty big giveaway, biggest giveaway that I've ever done, and it's long overdue. We've been needing to do like a big giveaway on the channel for a while now. We haven't had many since we had a bunch of Switch giveaways like 2018, 2019. We were just given, I think we gave away at least 10 Switches in that time period. Gave away at least 20 to 30 codes of Super Smash Brothers and various other games. But 2020 was a little bit different year. Now we're kind of back with this big giveaway for you guys, just to kind of show the support. So got a lot of winners. We got a lot of winners, man. 11 winners total. So it should be fun. All right, so the video's up, so you guys can check that out. Check that video out whenever you get the opportunity. All right, so next up, we've got, I think that's it for Ninja News. Oh, okay, yeah. Guys, if you want a new emote, we need 350 Elite Ninja. So if you're somebody that doesn't have a badge next to your name, you see the join button, you see these people with these badges next to their name is either green or blue with the badge. That's because they've become an Elite Ninja. If you want to play against me in Splatoon, we have a big event going down for Super Smash Brothers next week. We have a Smash-a-thon or something. I'm trying to set something up with Nintendo and everything, or just not with Nintendo. I'm trying to set something up like with the Elite Ninja here. We're gonna have like where we're just playing Smash all day up until when Pyra and Mythra, or not all day, but we're gonna be playing for multiple hours. We're gonna have matches against you guys can play against each other, stuff like that, just hanging out talking about Smash Brothers. So yeah, so that's gonna be going down next week. So if you want to get in on any of that, become an Elite Ninja. Let's get to 350 and I get a new emote. We haven't had a new emote in a very long time. It's been a while since, I think the beginning of last year since we got a new emote. So yeah, actually before Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition came out, we had more Elite Ninjas. So let's get this new emote. All right, so let's go and let's get into shout outs. So if you're here in the chat, feel free to say hi, and I'll be more than happy to say hi back to all my lovely people. Okay, so let's see. According to Twitch, boosting helps the stream get into the main page on Twitch. Oh, is that what happens? Okay, so you guys, yeah, boost the stream then. I think that's why we've been having more viewers lately. So that's kind of crazy. Like, people can actually like boost the stream, like to actually get more people to watch. It's almost like retweeting or something like that, right? Okay, cool. So if you guys are on Twitch, shout outs to the Fire Nation. Boost the stream if you can. Let's do it. Boost the stream. Let's get it. All right. So let's go and get into some shout outs here, guys. If you're here in the chat, feel free to say hi. I'll be more than happy to say hi to all my lovely people here. What's up, Bayleaf shooting the puck? Playing some hockey. Let's go. Michael Bell, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Dank Meme Center X. Party Man is here. What's good? Shinru is here as well. What's good, Shinru? Shout outs. That early donation. Gunmetal Otaku. What's good? Ranavir, Silk Reese, the boy over there at the Fire Nation. John Morales is here. Jonathan Haggins. What's good, man? Welcome. Thank you for more of the boost, guys. Appreciate that. Fanboy is here. Old Manendorf, NBA Med. What's up, man? Welcome. Dior Wilson is here. What's up, Dior Wilson? Let's see here. Sylveon Chan says, anyway, there's supposed to be a raid, and I guess I'm the only one. Okay, shout outs to the Raiders or the Raider here. Shout out Sylveon. Thank you so much for coming through to the stream. Do appreciate having you here. Welcome. At work. All right, let's go. Gabcom. Yo, Vanessa Sarah, what's up, my girl? Good to see you here. Welcome to the stream. Angel Page, what's good? KJP, what is up? Gunmetal Otaku, what is good, man? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here over on the Elite Ninja Village. Yeah, I'm enjoying Pokemon Day. I was doing my run this morning, and like I was like humming the Pokemon Johto and the original Pokemon theme when I was running. I had other music playing too, but I was like just humming the themes, like, you know, in my head, like, you know. There's like a whole new world we live in. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole new whatever with a brand new attitude, but you still gotta catch them all. It'd be the best. I like that song. I like the Pokemon Johto song. I like the original song too. Like, I will be the very best. Like, no one. Like, I love those two songs are my favorite from like the beginning. So I was just humming it in my head like when I was running this morning. So yeah, good stuff. Mega Sasori is here. What's good? Welcome to the stream, Mega Sasori. Good to see you here. All right. Take Move Center X regards to the stream. Stream board's gonna have Flying Hippo. Oh yeah, we gotta put Flying Hippo on there too. Let's get Mr. Flying Hippo on here. Plus, his name's gonna cut off, so I'm just gonna call him F. No, that's not a good name. Hippo. 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 Thanks, Dank, for letting me know about that. Shout outs to the Hippo. And Shinru. Arkansas, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. I love the songs as well. Yo, shout outs. Glad that you guys like the soundtrack. Nindy Gamer with the boost. All Nighter with the boost as well. Thank you guys. 4,000 points and 930 points perspective. Let's go, baby. Keep on boosting the stream, getting some new people in. Shout outs to the new followers over on Twitch too. We've been getting quite a number of new followers coming through as well, so thank you guys so much. I think we hit like 7,300 followers on Twitch. We're gonna get to 10K on Twitch maybe this year. We're gonna get to 10K on Twitch this year. That's nuts. That's crazy. Let's see here. Xavier, what's up, Xavier? Says, as a diehard Pokemon fan, it's a holiday for me. Nice. Shout outs. Shout outs. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. I like the we all live in a Pokemon world. Wait, hold up. That's the which one is that? That's the Pokemon Johto, right? Or is that which yeah, that's the Johto. Or is it? Which one is that? The we all live in a Pokemon world. That's the Johto one, right? I'm mixing up my songs. I'm pretty sure it is though, but it might not be. I'm not the hugest fan of like the anime. Like I did like the anime back in the day, like seasons 1 and seasons 2, but after that I kind of just fell off. And like I tried to get back into it with like season like Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl. It's just like I'm too old. I was just too old. That's Johto. That's what I'm saying. We all live in a Pokemon world. Okay, hold up. So Orange Islands. Okay, Orange Islands. Got you. I was worried for the future games after Sword and Shield, so this is a nice step. I wasn't really worried about after Sword and Shield, to be honest. I think that people, first of all, I think people really just like, they went a little bit too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think that there was a lot more, when it comes to like Pokemon Sword and Shield, I'm not trying to say that they couldn't have done better, but I don't think the game was anywhere near as bad as people tried to make it out to be. People try to make it out to be like it's Cyberpunk, like it was glitchy, buggy, the game was just complete crap, that there was no, like, people were really trying to make it out to be like it was the worst game in the world just because they didn't like the graphics in the game or because the graphics weren't as good. Like people were trying to make it seem as if it was like a bad game, which is just ridiculous. So I wasn't really worried at all. Like Pokemon formula and the Pokemon games are always good. You might not like the graphics or whatever the case is, but they're usually pretty good. So really, it was more people complaining about the graphics more so than anything. The gameplay is solid in Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's not bad at all, and they introduced a bunch of new mechanics and a bunch of new things to make the gameplay even better. I think a lot of people took the negativity and went with it. They went into it. For those who never played the Pokemon games or those who were not into Pokemon, they couldn't get into it because of all the negativity and all the people complaining about graphics, and you don't want to explore the game. I mean, we had people come here and say that they've been playing Pokemon forever, or that they played Pokemon Sword and Shield, and dude, they said the game was light on depth to the battle system. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was light on, like, they didn't even know about how to battle in the game. Like, it's not light on depth at all. There's like hundreds of thousands of moves, tons of ways to raise your Pokemon, tons of hidden stats, core abilities, all this sorts of stuff. Like, there's all sorts of things you can do. So I think that was part of it. I guarantee you, if the game had really good graphics, he wouldn't have been, it could be the exact same game, but good graphics, and people wouldn't have said anything. Like, literally, it would have been a way better game in people's eyes. Like, I can guarantee you, if the game had better graphics, people would have been like, oh yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield's a great game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they could have changed nothing else. Nothing else, okay? Nothing else could have been changed, and it could have just been the same game, but with great graphics, and people would have been like, oh, this is a good game. I guarantee you. I can almost guarantee you that would be the case. Shinru with the dollar donation and says, here's another banger. I swear, Friday Night Funkin' really got me wanting a new DDR game. My man, would you buy one if we got another one? I don't think I'd buy a new DDR game. I mean, unless I could, like, I might do it for like the channel, but I'm not sure if I would. I don't know if I want to play DDR anymore. But no, it's a good, DDR is great though. It's a great franchise, that's for sure. Yo, thank you for the boost too, guys. Extra phone, thank you for the boost. Hey, what's up, YZ250 Moto? What's good? Modato Mario, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. What is good? Pokemon on the N64 was my favorite. Which Pokemon game? You talk about Pokemon Stadium? Personally put 230 hours into it, and it was fun riding. Not my favorite, but still could use some work here and there. Absolutely, but I mean, like, what I'm trying to say is that, like, I guarantee you, I'm just trying to say, like, I guarantee you that if the game had better graphics, nobody would be worried about anything about the future of Pokemon or anything like that. Like, you know, there's definitely some things that they could do to, you know, make the games better or whatever the case is. I just think that objectively looking at it from both sides, you know, I still feel that, you know, like, because like this new Pokemon game, for example, like Pokemon Arceus, right? So Arceus is not going to have all of the new Pokemon in there. Arceus is not going to have everything. And if they're able to make the graphics better, which it looks like they're trying to do, and if they're able to make, obviously it's open world, like the whole thing, like all of the complaints that they had with Pokemon Sword and Shield, like with not enough Pokemon, are going to evaporate, you know, with Pokemon Legends Arceus. I guarantee you that they will. You know, they're going to kind of evaporate. And it can have 100 Pokemon in the game. And as long as the graphics are good and it's open world and the concepts are good and the game is people will forget about all the complaints that they had with some of the complaints that they had with Pokemon Sword and Shield, in my opinion. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. You know, but I feel you. Like I said, looking at it from both sides, absolutely, I can see there's definitely some things that they can do better here and there. But I think that's like every game, even the most heralded games, you know, and the games that are you know, that review the best, people say, hey, they can do this and this better. Like look at not Sword and Shield. Look at Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. People complain about that game all day, and it's like one of the highest rated games of all time. You know, it sold 20 million, one of the highest rated games of all time. People will stay complaining about that game, you know, like 24/7 stay complaining about that game. So yeah, man, it's just everybody has an opinion, you know. Yo, Juice Man Vaughn with the Toby Blaster. Let's go. The Hokage Alpha. My man, Juice Man Vaughn, longtime Elite Ninja. Yo, I haven't seen those Juice Man Vaughn emotes when this man be supporting the stream. Y'all, put them JMV emotes in the chat. He's got his own custom emote here. Thank you for the 15, Juice. That does make you the top stream ninja and stream Hokage as well. He says, imagine being worried about a series that just moved 21 million units. It's okay to say that Pokemon isn't for you anymore based on personal expectations. Yeah, I think so. That's also, like, this is a good topic to discuss. I think that's the case too, you know, like it's good to say like, hey, if you're not into the series anymore, or if you don't like it anymore or whatever it is, yeah, that's cool, you know, like you can you can talk about, like, you can just say, hey, it's not for me anymore. I've kind of moved on. But like, the thing about it is that, like I said, everybody, Juice, you know how the internet is. Everybody needs to have an opinion on something. Like, everybody needs to say something about something, regardless. You know, like, Smash Brothers is the same thing, right? You know, and since he's my friend, I'm gonna call my friend out. You know, RGT goes, oh, well, with Pyra and Mythra. Oh, well, I didn't want Pyra. That's boring. I don't want Pyra and Mythra. Dude didn't even use Sephiroth or Steve. He didn't cover either one of them. And he's like, oh, well, I don't want this character. He didn't even cover Sephiroth or Steve. Like, he didn't put any content out. But everybody needs to have an opinion on things. And shout outs to my man RGT. I'm just giving you guys an example of what people just sometimes just want to say something just to say it, because I need to have an opinion on everything, you know? So I think that's the case with Juice Man Bond, what you're trying to say here. Like I said, no shots at RGT, I love him. But I'm just saying, this is the example that I'm just trying to say, right? Like, you know, people just, even if they don't even play the game, you know, but they want to, somebody's always got to say something about something, you know? So yeah. But thank you for the support, man. I appreciate that, Juice. My favorite Pokemon is Arcanine. Thank you for that, JMB. Let's go and get your name up on the board here. Steve! Oh, man. Let's see here. Shout outs, though. I appreciate that, though. Thank you for the 15, JMB. Appreciate you, homie. People hate on Skyward Sword, but it laid the foundation for Breath of the Wild, and I feel that Sword and Shield Let's Go was the Game Freak's foundation. I don't know if it's the foundation for it, because we need to wait and see what Pokemon Arceus does. But if you're talking about trying to open world, that absolutely. And you know, that's something that I said as well, Elias. I said that this gives them the first time that they've actually tried a real open-ended or open area with wild Pokemon that are just out there to where you can just catch them. You know, so actually, no, I see what you're saying more. You know, like, without trying that out, we wouldn't have gotten Pokemon Legends, you know? So, absolutely. I mean, it's a stepping stone. I mean, obviously, they could do better, right? They could definitely do better. I feel that, you know, they could have done, you know, but given the time period that they were given, you know, I mean, that's rough. To make games, it's hard. I mean, look at EA. EA was given way more time and a way more budget, and look at what happened to Anthem. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. You know, things happen. Making games is not easy. People like to trivialize making games. It's not easy. I'm not trying to defend them. I'm just saying, like, looking at it objectively from both sides. Like, as a gamer, absolutely they could have done better, and I think that we deserve that. But at the same time, for them, it's not easy with time constraints and stuff like that. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It's about time. If you give somebody 10 years to make a game, most of the time it'll be like the greatest game ever, but nobody has 10 years to make the game. You know what I'm saying? You have a certain finite amount of time. So, then again, Final Fantasy 15. KVA Films with the $5. I'm pretty excited about the Legends game. I finally listened. Now the trailer was pretty rough, but I'm sure they'll fix it up. Hopefully, well, it's early footage. It's early footage. It just gives us a concept of what they're working on, you know? But, you know, I hate to do this because, like I said, it's no hate towards anybody, and I'm also guilty of this too, so you can throw me into it. But I think, like I said to Juice Man Bot on Twitter, I think gamers rather have no information than actually get real information. Look at the reactions to Cyberpunk. Look at the reactions to Metroid Prime 4. Look at the reactions that those games got. All positivity, and they showed us nothing. All positive. Everything positive. We got nothing. I watched all the reactions and everything, but a developer, Game Freak, actually shows us concepts, innovation, what they're trying to do, an early look at the game, and just concept. They still got more than a year, and I know that they tried to portray that when they said, hey guys, we're hard at work, it's going to be more than a year, you know, early 2022. And look at all the negativity. There's a lot of positive, don't get me wrong, but look at all the negativity people have put out there when they just put out a concept, whereas we get a title screen, or we get Keanu Reeves saying you're breathtaking, and everybody declares these two games as the greatest thing since sliced bread, and we've seen nothing. They gave us no concept. They gave us nothing really to go off of, you know. So I think that's why some developers don't show us anything. Like, if you want to know the reason why we haven't seen anything on Bayonetta 3, Why we haven't seen anything on Metroid Prime? It's because they don't want to have the wrong footage out there, you know, and have people go to hell and back analyzing every frame and frame rate and saying that the game sucks and all this stuff like that. So when developers are real with us and show us early footage, we complain and say that it's not this or that. When they don't show us anything, we hype it up and hype it up, and then when it comes out and it's not essentially what they said it was or what we thought it was going to be, everyone gets upset, you know, so it is what it is, you know. Or when the project has to completely change hands and something happened, like Metroid Prime 4, oh, now I'm all pissed off. Okay, well, it is what it is. People begged them and cried and complained that give us Metroid, show it off. We even, I forgot who it was, but people saying, oh, well, the fans are the reason why that they showed Metroid. Okay, we forced Nintendo to show us Metroid before it was even ready to go. And then what? And then it ended up not being a good game, or at least not good enough. And then they scrapped it. So what was that? We forced them for what? When they weren't even ready. You're pulling somebody's arm when they're not ready to show. I already answered that, Michael, though. I already said Arcanine's my favorite Pokemon character. Said a year isn't enough, though. A year isn't enough, though. How many games have you developed, Nathan Drake? And when was that footage? How many games have you developed? You said a year isn't enough. How many games have you developed to know when? And how old was the build that they showed when they showed that off? So let's since you know what you're talking about, how many games have you developed? And when they showed us that build, when was that build? Was it like a super, was it like the super beta build? Was it like just the first footage that they're trying to show off? What was it? Since you said it's not enough time. Sebastian Guerrero with the $5 and says, I'm more than 90% sure that one of the last DLC fighters will be the Gen 8 Pokemon's. Play any that you want. I don't think it will be, but you never know. Play any that you want. Well, we'll just keep the playlist going though. Is Nintendo involved in any way with the Pokemon development, or does Game Freak have full control? Game Freak has full control. Nintendo just owns a part of the Game Freak and the Pokemon Company, like shares and stuff, but they don't have developers in there. I mean, yeah, they have some, like, they probably have some, like, some of their people there, like, look and see how the project's doing, and if they need assistance, but no, Game Freak usually takes care of everything. And the Pokemon Company. LOL, Sword and Shield is nowhere near like Cyberpunk. Indeed, Game Freak told everything about the game, whereas CD... Well, Game Freak hasn't said everything about the game. There's still stuff that they have to show. Some people say this game needs Switch Pro despite being early footage. It looks rough because it's early. Yeah, it's super early footage. But I don't think it needs a Switch Pro because of super early footage. I think that's just people talking. Like, people always like to talk. Yo, Roggy! With the Koton! Huge fireball jutsu! Let's go, Roggy! Roggy with the $60, becoming the top stream ninja in Stream Hokage. And he says, can you play some Lufia music? Thanks and keep up the good work. Yo, shout out to my man Roggy Froggy. Roggy Froggy with the huge support. Heck yeah, we're gonna play some Lufia music for you. Lufia. Thank you so much, man. You guys give some love to Roggy Froggy. Game Freak moved onto Nintendo's Japan office recently. Yeah, they did. So they're probably gonna have a little bit more synergy with the next upcoming projects and stuff like that. So yeah, they did. But Game Freak still handles everything. But like I said, I'm pretty sure Nintendo has their people there talking to them and everything like that too, you know? Thank you for the 60 though, Roggy. Let's get your name up here on the board. I do appreciate that. Roggy Froggy. Shout outs to you guys. Shout outs to the support. Shout outs to the Elite Ninjas. Appreciate you guys. Shout outs to my man Roggy though. Make sure you guys check out Roggy Froggy's channel too. He does some great content. Did a great review on Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. So make sure you guys check that out as well. Y'all putting the frogs in the chat. Let's go. Y'all putting the frogs in the chat. That's probably been in development for a few years now. You can see the gameplay isn't set, just needs polish and cleaning. Yeah, exactly, Alberto, exactly. Yeah, it just needs polish. I mean, they've got the world built. They have everything kind of set in place. They've got the battle systems and mechanics that they need to put in. All they need to do now is take this next, year or so, year plus to just polish it up. But they've got they probably got the story and all that set and done, So yeah, absolutely, The same thing was said about Sword and Shield is barely improved. Look the same. Actually, the same thing was not said about Sword and Shield when it comes down to it. Sword and Shield was shown off and released in the same year. So when they first showed off Sword and Shield, that was pretty much, they didn't have as much time to continue on with the development. It was pretty much done with what they were showing off there in that same year. This is a little bit different because they don't have the rush for the holiday season. So when you're developing games, Nathan Drake, since you think you know what you're talking about, so let me educate you. When you're developing games, usually you have to have the game ready about maybe a month or 2 months before it gets printed to the disc. It goes gold, right? So if you're trying to launch in November of that year, even if they show it at the beginning of the year, that's not a lot of time. You have about 5-6 months really to get that game ready if it's shown up at the beginning of the year or E3. Not a ton of time to get everything ready, because if it's launching in November, you got to get stuff printed. It has to go gold a month earlier than that. So it's got to be ready in a lot shorter amount of time. If the game is going to be coming out early 2022, that means it can be anywhere from now at this point all the way to maybe April or so. I mean, that's what I would guess would be early. So to sit there and try to compare the situation to where they have a year plus more of development with a build of the game that's old, that's clearly not a current build. It's probably a build that they already put together to show off. To try to compare the two situations is factually incorrect. Comparatively to when they showed each of the games. This one, they're clearly taking a bit more time on. They've got more time from when they first started off to when it's going to release, because like I said, if it's early 2022, it's still got well more than a year in development. When they showed off Pokemon Sword and Shield, it was way further along than this game. So it's not the same thing. What people have to say outside of people on the internet, that's not relative to actual development of the game. So I see what you're saying, but that's not relative to what's actually like factual stuff that's happening with development of the game. So they're two separate things. What people say isn't what's happening with development. That's just what people say. It has nothing to do with the facts that I'm spitting right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Having a game ready for launch in the holiday is completely different than having that all of this year and a bit of next year before you have to go gold, right? About a month before. So that's kind of how development works. Completely different thing. Having an extra 5-6 months of development can make a world of difference. It really can. So yeah, that's the difference. But if you've got more excuses, I'd be more than happy to dispel them for you. Or not more excuses, more like if you've got more fake developer, armchair developer, comments, I'd be more than happy to talk about it. Also, John mentioned during his analysis that they seem not set on a definite art direction, as it seems to be different in certain areas. It seems like it's more of like a cell shading water paint type of thing that they're going for, and I think that they need to kind of they gotta tune that up before launch. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Foss Things? Welcome to the stream. Games and art and the eye of the beholder. That's what causes passionate, positive or negative opinions. In my honest opinion. Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think also, like I said, being objective is also something that being level-headed and objective is something that is good. And the problem that I see, like with what with what Drake said here, is that he's trying to make it seem as if he knows everything about development. He says, "Oh, that's not enough time." He's never made a single game in his life, and he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what people do online. He's never made a single game in his life. He said, that's not enough time. How do you know? What do you know about development? How do you know how much time it can take? Heck, a developer can tell you delaying a game a month or 2 months can make a significant development, or 3 months or 4 months. But yet he's inside the chat here saying that that's not enough time. Not enough time for what? You've never developed a single game in your life. And this is the problem that we have. Like, it's okay to have opinions, and it's okay to say, okay, this looks this or that way. But like, when you start saying that this is not this or this is not this, and you don't develop games, that's when I say, well, no, you're factually wrong. A year worth more of development is a lot of time. That's factually a lot of time for game development. If a game takes 3 to 4 years to develop, and somebody says, hey man, a year time goes by. That is 25% of your development time, or 33%. Are you trying to tell me that if you put 33% more time into training or 25% more time into something, that's not going to make a big difference in the overall scheme? Absolutely not. You know, like, absolutely not. Like, it always helps. That's a big thing from any developer that I've talked to. You give them an extra year, or you give them another year, or you give them, 25 to 33% more development time on something. That can make a world of a difference. It's early. So yeah. Says I can't think of a game where they showed a game a year before release and it looked dramatically better. Well, the problem is that the build that they showed us it's not 1 year. That build was older. They make builds. That build is probably from last year. They just showed us it this year, but that build is from last year. They didn't make that build yesterday, Drake. They have to put that stuff together. They put it together last year. So that build is from very early. So that's the problem, is that you think that you act like they built it yesterday and said, "Oh, well, here we go. This is how it is right now." That's not the case, That's not the case. That is not the case at all. But if you want to talk about games that have gotten better when it comes to development builds to when we actually see it, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, that game was supposed to be released earlier. It would have been, but they didn't. But when they first showed off with Miyamoto and Numa, when they showed off in 2014, then it took them more time for development. That got significantly better. The problem is that you're basing it based off of, oh, well, it's a year till release, so that means this build, it's from this year. No, that's probably a build from last year. They're still working on it. They've still got plenty of development on the game. You're looking at it too literal, and you're wrong. And I don't know what else to tell you, man. I don't know what else to tell you, but you're wrong on this case, dude. Phantom Maths with the 5 British pounds and says, "Love the Pokemon reaction stream, dude. Spawncast will be cool tonight. No doubt, minus Sean's butt." Yeah, I know, seriously. Thank you for the 5 British pounds, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Luigi's Mansion, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh, absolutely. Final Fantasy VII Remake definitely looked a lot better once it's released. Mario Odyssey looked better. Super Mario 3D World looked better. Absolutely. Both of those. Actually, from when we first saw Super Mario 3D World to when we actually got the game, it actually looked quite a bit better. They polished things up quite a bit more, after the case. So, Nindy Gamer, he's a developer himself. So, Nindy, how about this? Since Nindy Gamer, Nindy, what do you think, man? Do you think 1 year's worth of, give us the honest truth. Do you think 1 year's worth of development time can make things look drastically better or not? Let's hear your opinion, since you actually develop games here. Let's actually get somebody who develops games so we can talk about that. Ice Sonic says Pokemon Legends Arceus is the game that can make lots of people guess switches because of how big of an announcement it is. Could rival Animal Crossing New Horizons, in my opinion. Oh, absolutely. I think so as well, Ice Sonic. Absolutely. Those were minimal upgrades, not day and night. Legends need severe optimizations and upgrades. Yeah, and they got plenty of time to do it. It's not, they didn't show us, it would be okay if it was coming out this year, then I would agree with you, like, oh, maybe there's some cause for concern because it's coming out this year, but it's not coming out this year, it's coming out next year. Those games were showed off at a much later state in development because they all released the same year. When they showed off Mario Odyssey, it released that same year and still got better from when they showed it off to when it came out, because what they showed us from Mario Odyssey was a build from however long ago. So it's not in line with when you see something, Drake, it's not the exact same game that it's going to be in terms of, okay, we made a build yesterday. Okay, that build's probably months old. So that's the problem. I think you're still not, I don't know, it's still not clicking with you in your brain or something like that. I'm not really sure what's going on, but like whatever. But if you think that, if you can think whatever, obviously you're very strong-headed, you think whatever you want. So if you don't want to listen to people that are developers and people that are trying to tell you, that's fine. You can have whatever opinion you want. Let's see, I have a theory. I think that we're able to dodge roll due to Pokemon being able to attack the player. Yeah, that was actually one of the leaks. Yes, it can look a lot better. Optimizations are usually done last after the game reaches a point to where the feature is complete. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's from what every developer that I've talked to, you know, they've also stated the same thing. Optimizations and everything, you know, are usually done, like, they get everything together, the story, obviously you write the game, you write what's going to happen, like what's happening in the game, right? All the characters, you draw all of them, all that stuff. You get all the stuff done in terms of the world building, everything, put all the enemies, everything that you need to do, blah, blah, blah. And then at the very end, okay, let's optimize it. Let's get all the graphics tuned up. Let's get everything, you know, that we need to do. So yeah, a year to me is so much time. It's well more than a year. You know, it's early, so it could be April, for example, or March. You know, that's well more than a year. From when we saw that build was not February 2021 build. You know, it was from last year. So, you know, from when that build was probably created, you know, that's well more. That's like 2 years. You know, I'd probably say like 2 years or something like that, almost. So, to me, that's plenty of time. That's plenty of time. But I guess you can be reactionary, armchair developer. You know, that's fine. No big deal. When the game comes out and it looks significantly better, we're gonna see you in here saying, "Oh, well, what are you gonna? You're gonna make excuses like you did with Japan." I mean, look at what happened. Remember what you said about your Drake. Remember when I was trying to tell you about what happened with Japan. Remember when I was trying to tell you guys this? You guys remember all that? And look at what happened with Sony. Look at what happened with Sony in Japan. Look, I got a big video coming out about that too. But look at what happened in Sony in Japan. Drake was here saying that he knows best. PlayStation fans were saying that PlayStation's gonna dominate the Amazon sales charts. They're gonna dominate Japan. They've got this and they've got that. Sony's out in Japan. Sony downsized their own studio in Japan, absorbed them into Team Asobi that makes Astrobot, and disperse the rest of the IPs and just saying, oh yeah, it's gonna be PlayStation Studios, as in we're probably not gonna see it at all, you know? And all the people that made Gravity Rush and The Last Guardian and some of the guys that worked on Bloodborne and they all bounced. A lot of the top dudes all bounced. And this guy in here, Drake, thinking that he knows more than me, sitting here trying to tell me that, oh, all about this and this about Japan. Dude's 12 years old or something like that when I started covering Japanese games, you know? But everybody has an opinion, right? You can't listen to logic, that's fine. Just be wrong later like you were on that one. It's no big deal, you know? And then you'll come here and make, what's the new excuse is gonna be when you're wrong? Chupacabra is not sure if any of this info has been out there, but you think Pokemon Legends will be solely focused on single player RPG without regular online stuff? It would make sense to me. It could be, but I'm thinking that there might be some type of battling that you could do against other players. You know, they'll set up something. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had a noticeable improvement in graphics between teaser trailer and the final build too. Exactly, that's true, Minato Mario. It was actually it was bigger than Mario's in my opinion, like Mario 3D World and Super Mario Odyssey. It was bigger than both of those. Heck, even Diamond Pro looks better in a few months. Yeah. So, you know, people tell me, oh, I go on the Spawncast, look at the Spawncast chat. OJ's just a hater, fanboy, shilling Nintendo. Japan's gonna be just fine. Sony has this and that, third party, this and that. When I make videos saying, hey, Atlas can't trust exclusive Persona 5, you know, or Persona 6 or new Persona game on PlayStation only because of the dipping sales of the PlayStation brand in Japan, and how there's a big base of people who do like Persona in Japan and you need to sell there too. People call me names, say all this type of stuff. Like, I'm just trying to hate, or I'm just trying to prop Nintendo up, and it's not that. I'm just going based off of the facts. I'm going based off of actual facts and information, guys. I'm being objective with it, you know? And look at what's happening now. I saw this coming. You can't sit here and continuously invest into a country or into a place that doesn't buy the products. Look at what happened to Sony Japan Studio. This is, by the way, Sony Japan Studio, that is Sony's oldest first-party studio. And they just got absolutely bodied by Sony. They just said, your games aren't worth it, you know? Essentially, all the people that made all the cool games bounced. We're never going to get another, look at Legend of Dragoon. Never going to get another Legend of Dragoon. Never going to get another, well, never say never, but very unlikely now. That Gravity Rush might be gone. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, I tried to tell you guys, look at the Amazon sales charts. He said that they're going to dominate Amazon sales charts. Let's take a look at the PS5 is going to dominate Amazon sales charts. Okay. So I'm looking at new releases for video games, and what I see is Mario #1 and Bravely Default #2. Bravely Default #2. Bravely Default, a Switch game. Why did I say that's going to dominate the sales charts? Because Switch, every single Switch that you buy, there's physical. The problem with PlayStation is that there's a lot of people who have all digital, so you're not going to get sales on Amazon with all digital when they just buy it through PSN. You're gonna get a lot of people buying PSN cards on Amazon, which is what I'm saying. Like, it's not, I've been trying to tell you guys this. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these things. Patrick Courtney with that Joe. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And he says, Big Dog OJ, how's your weekend? It's going good, pretty so far. It's going good. How's it hanging at Mama Essence? It was good, man. I got to see Mama Essence. We had some pizza. I had some candy, some Snickers and stuff, so it was good. Just showing love. Can you play Guile from Street Fighter? Guile. It goes with anything. Guile theme, Street Fighter. Thank you for the JoJo donation, man. I appreciate that. Here we go. Have you started Bravely Default? Yeah, check out my video that I did. I did a what should you buy on Bravely Default. What do I think about the reviews? The reviews are good, but I did my own review, so check out my review. What should you buy? And check out my videos that I've already done on Bravely Default. So yeah, I played. Brian Jetty says, and look at Switch. It leans hard on classic art JRPGs because Switch dominates Japan. I think the Switch and the games that it comes out, this is like games like Bravely Default, Persona 5 Strikers, you know, No More Heroes 3, Monster Hunter Rise, like all these type of games like Monster Hunter Stories 2, Fire Emblem. These games are not like the type of games that you would think like, oh my gosh, they're gonna sell like crazy. But these are exactly the type of games that are catered towards the Switch audience, right? Catered towards like that AA/AAA type of game that the Wii U desperately needed. Desperately needed. So I'm very, very happy with these, like, you know, with the type of games that are coming. Like, you know, Bravely Default is just a charm from the beginning when you start playing it. The voice acting, the characters, the battle system, everything's just great. Is it the biggest budget game? Absolutely not. But is it great, and is it a good game to fill the gaps in between, you know, the big Super Mario 3D Worlds and Pokemon Snaps or, you know, anything else, Mario Golf? Heck yeah, it's a great game to kind of fill the gaps, so I like it. I do wish if Monolith helped out with Arceus Legends, Monolith's open world is amazing. Yeah, they might be. We don't know yet, so we're gonna have to wait and see. We don't know, you know. Yeah, check it out. Make sure you guys enable notifications on the channel. So yeah, I've talked about Bravely Default quite a number of times, and I did release my own what should you buy basically review. I brought that series back. So if you guys have more games that you guys want me to compare in terms of a what should you buy, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do more. Not to mention, those were the type of games that used to matter in the PS1, PS2 days. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's nostalgic to see a game like Bravely Default too. You know, like it's the type of game that if the Switch wasn't around, I'm not sure if it would be made. You know, if there wasn't a portable system around, I'm not sure if that type of game would be made anymore. You know. So yeah. If I were Nathan Jake, I would just say Sony doesn't need Japan to sell their PS5. PS5, whether it's doing well in Japan or not, it doesn't matter, LOL. Well, the problem is that he can't walk back on that because he claimed adamantly that I don't know what I'm talking about. He claimed adamantly that PS5 is going to dominate Amazon sales charts. He claimed adamantly that it's going to dominate Japan. He claimed adamantly that Switch is going to kind of go, start going down when PS5 comes out. These are all things that he came in here and said multiple days, over and over and over and over and over. So there's no way that he can, if he says something like that, then obviously that's extremely moving the goalposts because you caught him in 4K. When it comes to these type of things, I've got a bunch of streams where he said stuff like that all throughout the stream, and I was trying to inform him that no, that's not the case. Like, that would be the greatest comeback of all time because sales have been dipping in Japan, for a decade. But when he was a kid, he's only 20, 2021. Literally, I was covering the decline of Japan when this dude was in 6th grade. Like, dude was in 6th grade kicking a soccer ball or doing something like that, and I'm covering Japanese sales, So I know what I'm talking about on that front. So I already knew he'd be wrong. It was just a matter of time, waiting and seeing. Shinru with the dollar donation says, say someone loves Square Enix games, but only has time for one RPG every couple of months. Which game would you recommend? OJ Bravely Default 2, Dragon Quest 11, or Octopath Traveler? I'd say Dragon Quest purely for the Dragon Ball character designs. I don't know if that's the best way of looking at it. They're all really good. I don't think you can really go wrong with any one of those three. They're all really good turn-based RPGs. So it's just a matter of like a coin flip and just picking what you think looks good. So if you think Dragon Ball Z character design looks good, then go with that. If you like the HD 2D, then go with that. If you like the bravely, you know, job class old school Final Fantasy, then go with maybe Octopath. So it really just depends. Hey, what's up, Bevan Mario? Says I just got both P5 and Bravely Default 2. Hey, there you go. There you go. Hey, what's up, Daryl Wilson? Good to see you here, man. Tough decision. Yeah, it's a very tough decision. But thank you for the doll donation, man. I appreciate that. Do appreciate that. So yeah. Gladiator, if you want some music, just drop a donation of any amount, and I can play a song for you. The reason why I ask for that is because people spam me with music. If I don't, you know, do that, people just say play this. It just gets to all day. I'm getting spammed with music requests. Hey, what's up, Sergio Jimenez? How you doing today, man? How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. All right, so guys, it's also the Pokemon 25th anniversary. So if you guys want to talk more about Pokemon Legends, Pokemon Diamond and Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, or some of your favorite memories about Pokemon games, that'd be great. I personally love me some old school Pokemon, dude. Pokemon Red, that was my first one back in the 90s. I loved Pokemon Red. When I first played it, I thought it was like the greatest thing that I've ever seen in my life. Like, I was like, yo, this is just a crazy game. I remember first getting the game. I remember my friend had it, and I didn't have the money right at the time, but I remember my friend had it, and he let me borrow it. He let me borrow the game, and you know, I can just play. And I just remember picking Charmander and just seeing all these different types of characters. Like, I never seen anything like it. It just seemed like such a huge game in the palm of your hand, you know? So it was just dope. It was just dope to play. It was just a really, really, really cool, innovative time, you know, for gaming, for that game, for Nintendo, and for, you know, for that. And then like the card game came, and that's when it just blew. Dude, I was just like in love. I was like, yo, this is like the greatest thing that I've ever seen, you know? Like, Pokemon was my favorite franchise back in the day. So yeah, man, I just really, I have really fond memories over the 25 years of Pokemon. And also, when you look at Pokemon, I think that it's done something that no other franchise as old as it, like, you know, gaming wise. Like, think about all the franchises that were popular 25 years ago outside of Nintendo, right? Where are those franchises at now? Like, could anybody really name any of those franchises? I mean, you can, but then you can't. Like, they're nowhere near as popular as Pokemon. So Pokemon has the staying power. Because like 25 years ago, that's like what? That's obviously mid 90s, you know? Like, what other games were popular? Like, what was popular on PlayStation? People were playing like what? Like Tomb Raider, you know, mid 90s. People were playing, what was it popular to? People were playing Crash Bandicoot. I mean, I guess Crash is still around, but it's nowhere near, it doesn't sell anywhere near as much as it used to. It doesn't have the clout like it used to have, you know? Crash, it's about Crash 4, obviously. You can tell by those sales of that game, you know? So, I mean, like, you had, what else? You had Spyro. Spyro's still kind of, but still not, you know, there's just not as much, you know? Like, Pokemon has gotten more and more and more popular over the years. So, it's just crazy. Or you look at, like, Xbox wasn't around. But if you just look at the grand, like, the landscape, look at Sega, right? Like, all the games that were popular on Sega back then. I mean, Sonic is struggling too. So yeah, some of that Sony stuff's still around, but not as popular. Nah, nowhere near. It's still around, but it's just not like Pokemon's gotten more and more and more popular. You know what I'm saying? Over the years. Music is loud. All right. The decimal volume on this was, even though it's all the way low. All right, here we go. I think that's better. Gen 3 was my first Pokemon game, and I loved it. Gen 3, okay, that's Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah. I jumped into Pokemon 4th with the Platinum version. The graphics and animations were awesome, but it did feel very slow to play compared to GBA games, 30 frames per second. 30 frames per second on DS and 60 frames per second on GBA. I don't think the games were 60 frames per second on GBA, were they? I don't recall that being a thing. Were they 60 frames per second on GBA? I don't recall that. Let's see here. The Icarus with the $5 and says, I can't blame Japan when you have a system that's both home console and portable. It's hard to get back to stationary consoles. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the $5 of the Icarus. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, and that's just kind of the thing. You know, I'm gonna have a big video on it. I'm thinking about doing that video tomorrow. I've got really cool video ideas that I'm working on right now for you guys. You know, targeted videos to kind of just, you know, boost the channel a bit. So I'm thinking about that video. I think I'm gonna drop it tomorrow. I think tomorrow's a good time to drop that video. But I gotta kind of clickbait it a little bit though. Brawl Fighter 86 has followed too. Thank you so much for the follow, Brawl Fighter. Also, Ruby Ramble with the follow. Inspector G with the follow as well. Thank you guys. Shout out to the Fire Nation. Thank you for and thank you for the people that are boosting the stream. We're getting way more viewers on Twitch, the Fire Nation, than we usually get. We usually get around like maybe 10 or 11. Now we're getting into like to the 20s and 30s now. So shout outs to everybody who's watching the Fire Nation. My name is OJ. I cover Nintendo, cover RPGs, Japan stuff, and also some Western stuff here and there. I like anime and gaming. That stuff's cool. And I might make a mom joke every now and then. So yeah, shout outs to you guys. Thank you guys so much for following. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. I appreciate you guys. We just big chilling today. Just talk about some games. We got Splatoon 2 later. Maybe in about an hour or so we'll check out some Splatoon 2. Maybe a little bit more than that. Miggy Saito, thank you for the 100 profile picture dollars. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the support. Wave Race? I don't know, man. I think Wave Race might be dead, O-Dog, but we'll see. Inspector G says, catching the stream, found out about you on the Spawncast. Yo, thank you so much, Inspector. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel, too. We're giving away a PS5, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. We are giving away a PS5 on there, so make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Not Twitch is like you sub, that's like we have to pay for. I'm talking about like just like the free subscription on YouTube, you know. Follow, essentially. Uzumaki Tony. Yo, shout outs to the Naruto fans out there. Shout outs, let's go. Uzumaki Tony, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Let's see here. Shout outs to you guys, man. I'm having fun. This is chill. This is big chilling right now. Let's go. Resident Evil is still pretty popular, but yeah, not many franchises stand the test of time. Yeah, that's true. Resident Evil is still around. That's true. Yeah, Resident Evil's around. There's still some, but it's just harder. It gets harder and harder, you know, over the years. I've been with Pokemon since the beginning, and I got into it because my cousin let me play Pokemon Red, and then I got Blue, so we could compete until the Pokedex, and I had my own copy. Yeah, me and my brother were rivals, man. Like I remember, you know, he'd be, you know, in college or whatever, and we'd come back and like, I don't know what Pokemon he has. I don't know what he's been doing. Like I've been training my Pokemon, and then we would like play on the N64. We would get the transfer packs, right? 2 transfer packs, 2 copies. He had Pokemon Blue, I had Pokemon Red. And I had Pokemon Yellow too. And we would hook up the transfer packs and we'd be like, all right, let's go. Then we'd play on the big screen. Legendary, epic Pokemon battles between me and my brother. It was so good. And we also played the card game too, but my brother got so salty at the card game. Like whenever we played the card game, he was like, I wasn't a lot better than him in regular, like Pokemon, like the video game. Like we would go back and forth. But in the card game, I was much better than him in the card game. Like I was just much better than him. And he would always get so mad when I won, dude. It was hilarious. Hey, thank you so much. DJ Miles says, love you on the Spawnwave podcast. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the follow too. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel, guys. Fire Nation. We are giving away a PS5 and $1,000 worth of gaming credit. 10 winners on that. 1 winner of the PS5. So make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. When we hit 100K, we're almost at 72K right now. We're almost at 72K. Says OJ, you should make a video about the Mario Kart franchise. I already have franchise feature. I already have capable tie. Check out my video on Mario Kart 9 when I think it can happen. Some stuff. So I have made multiple videos on like the future of the Mario Kart franchise. Looking around on GameFAQs, a lot of people are saying GBA games were 60 and DS games were 30 because of the 3D environment. It would run better if they tried 60 back then. Okay, I didn't recall that they were 60 on the GBA. Maybe I gotta check it out again, man. So yeah, I don't have a favorite Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm game. My first Pokemon game was Silver. Used to play on the GBA, and I became obsessed with the franchise since then. Yeah. Do you think there'll be a new Pokemon in the Pokemon Legends game? I think it's possible, yeah. Nader Tater. I like that name. Hey, what's up? Orbo 100. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Final Fantasy still holding on. Yeah, Final Fantasy still holding on. Yeah, it is. But a lot of those RPGs that were out in the 90s are not anymore. Like, where's Lufia? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's Chrono Trigger? Where's Breath of Fire? I mean, a lot of those RPGs, old school RPGs that we used to play back in the day, aren't around anymore. Like, pretty much gone. So how do you find time to edit, stream, record videos, and play games? I don't play a lot of games on my free time just because I don't have a lot of free time. So I focus more on editing, streaming, and recording videos than I do about just like pure playing games. Because, adult. OJ, PS5 is better. PS5 is better than what? Michael. Alright, let me get this. I don't want to listen to this song. Let me get this next track. No, that's Adult Swim bump. Let's just go and go over here to this. Play this. Alright. I actually don't have a huge history with Pokemon, but I do remember playing and borrowing my friend's Pokemon Sapphire game. The first one I actually played the most was Sun and Moon. Okay, Sun and Moon was good. I thought Sun and Moon was really good. The graphics for the DS were pretty good. Yo, thank you guys for boosting the stream. I appreciate that. Thank you for boosting the stream over there on the Fire Nation. Let's see. The anime was nostalgic for me too. OJ watching Ash Infernape going Super Saiyan using the Blaze ability gets me hyped to this day. Yeah, I didn't watch that, but yeah, absolutely. Dude, you said Ash's Infernape, so that's Gen 4. Dude, you were really young when Gen 4 came out. When were you watching that, Armchair? My first Pokemon game was Silver. Used to play on the Game Boy Color, and I became obsessed with the franchise since then. Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. That was great, man. I think like Pokemon Gold and Silver, I think I've never been more hyped to see like a new gen of Pokemon than Pokemon Gold and Silver. That had me Pokemon Gold and Silver and Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. But I think Gold and Silver, I was really hyped because I love the designs of Gold and Silver. Like I love the diff, like Sneasel, like the dark Pokemon that they introduced like that. I love how they introduced like a lot of the coolest looking Pokemon are in Gen 2, like Typhlosion, right? Like there's so many cool looking Pokemon in Gen 2. I love Sneasel. Sneasel was just one of my favorites. Like I just like a lot of stuff in Gen 2 Pokemon, you know. So yeah, Gold and Silver was great. It was great. It was so good to see that game come out. Let's see here. Florida Gamer, thank you for the follow. Florida Gamer, appreciate that. Welcome to the Fire Nation, my boy. That's good. Let's see here. He watched it last night. Oh, he watched it last night. Yo, Ben Massive, thank you for the support, bro. I'm curious on what else we'll be able to do with Pokemon Legends since gyms and leagues are basically non-existent in that time. Yeah, I think that they can do a lot of stuff. They can basically make it to where there's like events in the world. I think they're going to do that where there's events, there's like battles where you meet up with other trainers. Maybe you even teach them how to do Pokemon battling, and then they end up, maybe you end up building the first ones, like where it's like centers where you fight in Pokemon battle. You know, maybe you're the creator of that. I mean, that could be a thing. You know, first of all, I love history, okay? So history is my favorite subject in school. So anytime you go back in time before stuff happened, it always gives me goosebumps. Like even right now, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking like Pokemon Legends, it's like, this is before, like, everything that we knew about Pokemon from the very beginning is all gone. You're the beginning. You're like the start of it. And it's like, it has like that fresh, like almost like, remember like anybody who's watched Naruto, when they go back in time to like, you know, Madara, when Madara was not all crazy, you know, and like the first Hokage. I love that. Like, I love that. Like, it was like hundreds of years ago or whatever, like 100+ years ago. That's just so dope to me. So I love when games go back in time. I'm a big history buff. Love history. So that to me just gets me more excited to go back before, like, screw all the gyms, screw all that stuff. Let's go back to when all like the beginning, the genesis of this area, you know? So I am down, you know, I'm always down for stuff like that. Hey, shout out to Florida Gamer. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate that. NIT, thank you for the follow as well. Shout outs to the Fire Nation. Appreciate you guys coming through. I think VC had something to say here too. Just love me some Pokemon. Been playing since the red and blue days. And I even remember my first stream. I used to my first team. I used to, each time a new generation arrives. Yeah, man. Iwata did some witchcraft to fit 2 regions on 1 cartridge. Very innovative. Yeah, very innovative. Iwata was the man for that. I remember saving up my allowances to buy Pokemon Gold. People don't understand how anticipated the game was when previews started showing for that game. It's absolutely delivered to. Oh yeah, Pokemon Gold delivered in every single way. People were so hyped for Pokemon Gold. It was one of the most hyped games of all time. You know. Looking forward to the Spawncast tonight. Hey, shout outs. Looking forward to it too. But I don't know if I'm gonna be on there. Nobody's asked me that question yet. Nobody's asked me. Pokemon X and Y were to me like the best thing for Christmas. The anime was freaking awesome, man. Yeah, I did watch some of the Pokemon X and Y anime, Birdman. I did watch. I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty good. I need a PS5 for my son, bro. You need a PS5 for your son? Oh, well, you can enter into our giveaway. Hopefully you win it. Let's see here. Dank Meme says, yes, the origin stories are neat to see beside I think that the retelling. Yeah, absolutely. Nintendo Power with the $2, and he says, Silver Gang, where you at? Where you at, Silver Gang? Let's go. Thank you for the 2. Christmas says, did you watch Boruto back in the time it met Naruto? Boruto back in time we met Naruto? Nah, I haven't seen that yet, bro. Let's see here. Timothy Golden with the $5. He says, yo, OJ, just grabbed Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition today and fell in love with it. Hey, glad that you like it, Timothy. Thank you for the $5, man. Thank you for the 2, Nintendo. Appreciate that. Pokemon Sapphire was my first game I played, and I loved Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire remakes. Yeah, those were really good. Those were really good. Thank you for the 5, though, man. Glad that you're enjoying Xenoblade. Always gotta love the Xenoblade stuff, dude. Pokemon Legends might end up being like Sun and Moon in the way of having traditional themes. Yeah. Yeah. Vanessa Sarah says, I love Gen 3 because GBA games were amazing and have the original remakes combined with Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why, I'll get those donations in just a bit, but Vanessa Sarah, that's why in my video, I was saying like the Switch has done something that really no other system has done and why it's going to push it past everything else. Like, look at the type of, we're getting remakes of the older Pokemon games. We got a new gen Pokemon game. We got a faithful remake. Not everybody loves the style, but Diamond and Pearl's a really good game. So the game's really good. We got a complete retelling / remake. You know, like it's getting everything. Kind of like how, you know, Nintendo's portable systems in the past used to get just like every single franchise, you know? So that's cool. Mac Mega with the $5 is breaking the ice today. Will you be on the Spawncast tonight? Mac Mega, yes, I will be on the Spawncast. Thank you for the $5. I do appreciate that. Thank you for the 5. Juice Man Bomb with the tune says, where them gold boys at though? Where them gold boys at? Yo, shout out to Juice Man Bomb. Thank you for the 2. Appreciate that. Gold boys in the house. Let's go. Also, Noobs Alert. Thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Fire Nation. Welcome, welcome. Gotta go. All right, take it easy, Aku. Thanks for coming out to the stream, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. Pokemon lore is very vast. Black and White talks about a giant war between 2 brothers, so Legends series can be a great concept to explore legends of the past. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I like it. Vanessa Sarah with the $3 and says, hey, you going to be on the Spawncast tonight? Well, it's a joke, but I'm still not going to answer it because the minimum, Vanessa Sarah, is $5, okay? So you're $2 short, so I'm not going to answer it, but it was a joke. You put the /S on there, so you shorted me on purpose. So, but that's okay. I don't have to answer that question. I don't have to answer it. But I appreciate the support, Vanessa Sarah. Appreciate having you here. I see the /S. I see it. I see it. I see it. So I'm not gonna answer. I see it though. I used to put 400 hours into Pokemon Diamond and trying to level up. You guys don't know how many hours I put into Pokemon Diamond and Pearl? I put 2,000 hours plus into Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Man, I'm not kidding you. I put 2,000 hours into that game. 2,000 hours into that game. Let's see. Nintendo Power says we shop theme rapid influx remix. I got you, Nintendo, for $2. Thank you for the multiple donations too. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right. I guess you could say Pokemon Legends Arceus is a pre-make, a prequel, and a remake. yeah. It's I don't know if it's kind of like a remake, but then it's like not a remake, I guess, right? It is and it isn't. I guess, from what we know right now. Because they're not remaking Diamond and Pearl. They're just going back to that region. So, but yeah. I would say that it's a prequel. More than anything, it's a prequel, you know. So, yeah. But yeah, J2, I feel that. I feel you on that. How much of a game changer was it when you found out that you could go to Kanto in gold and silver? I thought it was pretty cool. I thought that was really, really, really cool. That was definitely a game changer, going there and seeing everything that you know, going back. I loved it, man. It was good times. But I think that the biggest game changer to me was Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I think Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, why they're so keen on remaking that one. One, it's never been remade before, right? And that's where they've stopped with the remakes, right? Like, because like the last game that they remade was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and that was Gen 3. So I think they're also going in order. But I also think that Pokemon Diamond and Pearl is very important because that's when Pokemon came to the internet age. Like, no more, link cables, right? So, you know, that was the coolest thing about Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, is that it got brought to the new, like, current gen. Like, it had, check this out, guys. It had Wonder Trading. You can put a Pokemon in there. So for those who didn't play Diamond and Pearl, think about this. This is 2007. Yo, B Martin 001 with the 10 Canadian dollars, and he says, so hyped for Pokemon Legends Arceus. Me too, man. I'm excited for it as well. Thank you for the 10. Appreciate that. Thank you for the $10. But Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Mr. B Martin, like I was saying, man, you could leave a Pokemon in there. You can set what you want. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. You can set your parameters, what you want. Hey, I want this Pokemon between this level, this nature. You can set up everything. You can leave it there overnight, wake up in the morning. All of a sudden, you've got your Pokemon. You've got your Pokemon that you want. You got everything that you need. It's like all right there for you. Wonder Trading was legendary. And then on top of that, you had online battles with voice chat with your friends. You can just go in there, bam. Like if you're trading, connects you right up there. Hey man, what do you want to trade? Blah blah blah. Whatever the case is. And this was very important because this was way before Discord, way before TeamSpeak, and all this different type of stuff that we had. I mean, usually you called your friend on the phone, you know, like, or you got on Xbox Live if you paid for it, and you voice chatted with your friend on there or whatever the case was, man. So having this in a Pokemon game was so revolutionary. So to me, like Diamond and Pearl, well, red, gold, silver, all that, like, you know, those were all amazing and obviously revolutionary in their own right. I think Diamond and Pearl really brought the series to a whole new level with the features, you know, with the features in the game. So yeah, but thank you for the 10, Mr. B Martin. He says that Gen 4 is literally the only mainline game I haven't played yet. Glad the remakes are announced. Yeah, Gen 4 is really good. Gen 4 is really, really good. So yeah. Yo, more gaming YT. What's good, man? Welcome. Don't know what happened with Black and White 2. I thought Black and White and Black and White 2 were pretty good. Story-wise, they were amazing. Let's see, Diamond and Pearl, the third or fourth best-selling Pokemon game. I don't know the order in terms of the selling games, Crispin. Nightshade says, if Legends is a success, it will, which it will be, it opens up a whole new line of open-world Pokemon games taking place in ancient times. Kanto, for example, could be Pokemon Legends Mew. Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's one of the coolest things about this whole thing is that it opens up a lot of possibilities for more to come from the franchises, you know? So, yeah. So absolutely. Yeah, Timothy, I saw your message that you donated. You got the Xenoblade Chronicles, so I'm very happy for you, man. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Make sure you check out Xenoblade Chronicles 2 if you haven't played that after the first one after you beat that first one, man. But shout outs, I'm glad that you got it, dude. Xenoblade is awesome. I'm working on it. Well, I'm not working on it, but I have an idea of a what's it called? You know, of a game. Or not a game, of a new video. Let's see here. I gave myself motivation to do some spring cleaning so I can fix the X-Men versus Street Fighter arcade one-up I ordered into my apartment. Hey, there you go, Jonathan. Diamond and Pearl remake is also first ever main project for Elsa. Yeah, I've never heard of them. You know, I didn't know who they were beforehand. What else have they worked on again? It's like Ilka or Ilk. I've never heard of them. At least I don't think I've heard of them. So yeah, good stuff though. Good stuff. Yeah, you guys have so many good memories of Pokemon, man. So many good memories of Pokemon. But I guess maybe we can move on to the next topic here to kind of keep things flowing. So I recently did a video or not a video. Sorry, I recently quote tweeted and talked about something here, and that was Jason Schreier. He put up a new story on Google Stadia and the train wreck that Google Stadia is. And here's some of the cliff notes that he put out there. So Jason Schreier says that new from me on failure of Google Stadia. He says that they missed the initial sales targets by hundreds of thousands of units. He stated that tried to take on consoles rather than starting small. So they tried to take on Microsoft and Sony, which you could tell from the very beginning, because they said, hey, we have this many teraflops and they have this many teraflops, you know? So that was a dumb idea. He said tried to bring in games like Red Dead. Google spent astronomical sums, tens of millions each, on bringing in those big games, Assassin's Creed, all that type of stuff, to get on the Google Stadia platform. They literally paid them for Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, really, like, this is just mind-boggling. Anyway, he also goes on to say that, just to reiterate the absurdity of this thing, sources say that Google spent tens of millions of dollars, the budgets of some major games, per Stadia port. So per Stadia port, Google would just be dumping tens of millions of dollars. I mean, look at all this money and resources. Look at all this that could have went into something so much better, and they're dumping it into getting Red Dead Redemption, and they're dumping it into Assassin's Creed. Oh my gosh, it's like free. Just how to become, like, what if somebody just walked up to you on the street and said, hey man, I'm gonna give you $10 million, you don't got to do anything. Essentially, that's essentially what these companies were doing. They already had. Oh my god, this is insane. This report from him, absolutely insane. Anyway, let's continue on here. Publishers like Ubisoft and Take-Two were raking it in. They said they paid $20 million to Ubisoft to. They paid $20 million to Ubisoft to port Assassin's Creed and The Division, or no, hold up. He said pay $20 million to Ubisoft to port Assassin's Creed and The Division, or pay $1 million to 20 small developers to each build something cool, betting that at least one of them will be a hit, like Stardew Valley or Valheim. Yeah, it's such a bad business strategy. Like, if they paid developers, like maybe you get maybe 5 or 6 developers, you cut that 20 million up, or you cut that whatever up and say, hey, make something cool for us, right? Because indie developers, all they really need is about $3-4 million, right, to get something popping, like a good indie game. $3 to $4 million will get you a good indie game, get you a budget for that, a good indie game. Get them on board, you know what I'm saying? Get them on board, let them create something dope, you know? And he also said Stadia had a lot of issues, but its fatal flaw was marketing. If it started with a muted launch and grown from there, rather than promising to be the future of gaming and trying to take on Xbox position right away, we might be telling a different story right now. And absolutely, I think Jason hit the nail on the head there with everything that he had to say on there. You know, like that was just, and I said that I called them frauds from the beginning. You know, I literally called them. I said this is a fraudulent company. I called them frauds from the beginning. I saw what they were trying to do, and I wasn't having it. Asteroid Desu with the $4.99 and says, I'm about to start Bravely Default 2. OJ, your vids on convinced me to try it out. Can we get some music from it? Absolutely. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you so much. Bravely Default 2 theme. All right. It's such a good game. I was playing it this morning. It's so good. All right, I really like this game. Stadia was a mistake. It was horribly done. Stadia was. It's crazy about Stadia is that how you have to pay for subscriptions to a full price for a game you wanted to play. Yeah, it's stupid. Hola. What's up, Lodging? Welcome to the stream. The future of gaming. Yeah, could have made a new IP. Exactly, could have made a new IP. Who greenlighted these decisions? That bald guy that used to work at Sony and Microsoft and basically launched a bunch of other failing projects. what's his face? Echo Chrome looking dude. I forgot what his name was. I forgot what's this dude's name? Tall, bald, looking like Slender Man. I forgot what his name was though. Phil. No, not Phil Harrison. It's not Phil Harrison. Oh no, that's Phil's. Okay, hold up. Never mind. I was thinking of Phil Spencer. That's Phil Spencer's for Microsoft. Is it Phil Harrison? Yeah, Phil Harrison. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. Phil Harrison. Yeah. Phil Harrison. There we go. That's him. You know, he worked for Microsoft and he also worked for Sony as an executive for both of them. And I don't know why he's been an executive. He just seems like I'm not even gonna say I don't know why, but it seems like people act like Phil Harrison, like in the space. They make it seem as if he's like God. Like you bring him in and all of a sudden everything just runs better, and like he didn't really do like crazy things at Microsoft. He didn't do crazy things at Sony, and then Google brought him in as if he was gonna be like their Lord and Savior or something like that. And I'm just like, why? Like, you know? So to me, it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Anthony Moon? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. You're new? Hey, good stuff. Welcome to being new. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed yet. Stadia was a big mistake, though. Hey, what's up, Rescue Squad? Culp. What is good? Welcome to the stream. John James, what's up, man? Welcome. How are you guys doing today? But yeah, man, like it's just this whole Google thing. It's just one big mistake. One big mistake after another big mistake. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, so I guess we're done with that. You guys don't have much to say on that one. Before we get into the next topic, though, make sure you guys check out the community polls page. If you're not voting on the polls, those help shape the content of PlayerEssence. So if you guys haven't voted on the most recent poll, make sure you guys check it out. It's on Pokemon Presents. If you liked it or not, so make sure you guys check those out. So yeah, I think there's actually Streamlabs that already did it for me. So there you go. Also, our other poll that we had about the state of play, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. So yeah, good stuff on there. Archie with the $3. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you so much for the support, man. Appreciate that. I'm gonna play this theme right here. This is a really good theme. And he says Phil Harrison is nothing but a con artist. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out that he knew this was going to fail, and he knew Google had more money than sense. He definitely come out with this with a fat wallet. Also, the remakes of Ilka's first game. Okay, it's their first game. Okay, so their first game. Gotcha. Okay. Cool stuff. Archie, yeah, man. I think that, yeah, they paid him a lot of money. I think that if this was his business plan, because this is what Google listened to this guy, this was the most horrible business plan. I don't know why he thought this would work. For somebody who's worked at Microsoft and Sony, I think that this is an epic failure. This is an epic failure. Why would you think you've worked at Microsoft and Sony? And heck, you didn't even include Nintendo in there. That's fine. You don't have to include Nintendo. He's worked there. He knows how much of a stalwart these guys are. Why would you think that gamers would be down for streaming services and not at least having a digital copy of a game? I don't know why. That just goes to show you that he never had any clue to begin with. He never had any clue to begin with, you know? Never had any clue to begin with, dude. About gamers. He's just used to collecting his fat checks and thinking that he knows more than the next guy. So, silly. Very silly. In my opinion. Oh, the remakes of Yakuza's first game. Yeah, they worked before. Yakuza, Nier, Automata, Metal Gear, and others. Okay, so they're like a support studio. Gotcha. They're like a support studio. Yeah. It is what it is, though, man. It is what it is on there. Yo, James B, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Wait, hold up. Why did it replay the song? I meant to play this one. Thank you for the follow. Do you think a game like Valheim could make it to the Switch? Probably not. Nah, it's like a big old MMO. They're probably worrying about just optimizing it, so nah. Would Switch gamers want games like that? I mean, maybe, but I don't think it's like a necessity to have a game like Valheim on Switch. I think it would probably come to Microsoft and Sony first, but nah, I don't think that's gonna. I think that's like a PC type of game. They've got a lot of work to do on building that game and building the quality and what they can do there, so I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. Dragon Gamer, what's up, man? Welcome. Abigail, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Is it Abigail? 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 Either way, what's good, man? Welcome. How you doing today? Archie says there's no way he believed in this project. He just never had a successful product launch. He was simply a face to put on a poor product. Yeah, I mean, we saw people do that, right? Like when you go back, not to attack game theory or film theory or any type of theories that are out there. But you know, like when I saw him there, I'm like, it made me already pause. Like that, I mean, I was already skeptical, but when I saw him get up on there, like, wait a minute, you guys got this guy to talk about it? You know, like nothing, no hate on him, but when I think of gaming or a new service or that, I don't think of game theory. I just think whenever I think of somebody who makes 15 million videos on Five Nights at Freddy's to try to exploit the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? Like hardcore. That's what I think of, or just talk about whatever is the most popular thing to make a theory on. Like I don't think about somebody that's actually looking out for like the game, what gamers want. Like I know he streams games and all that, and like I'm not hating on him. I think he's dope. Heck, I'd love to be on his show one of these days. It just seemed weird to me that they brought him out there for that. Like, and then on top of that, like I never saw him actually play Stadia. You know, so I was already kind of skeptical about a number of things. You know, so yeah, yeah, man, it's not easy. Maritime Gamer, not easy with Super Mario 3D World. Tough game. Get all the stamps. So yeah, man, it is what it is, though. Just watch What You Should Buy. Good video, man. Thank you. I'm glad that you liked it, O-Dog, for real. Glad that you liked it. Hopefully you guys can, let's get that video to 10K. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, make sure you guys watch it. What Should You Buy on my channel. Make sure you watch it. Get that video to 10K. You know? It's actually pretty close. It's actually doing a lot better now. Oh, it's actually at 10K. Let's go. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that. More people are definitely checking it out. Let's go. Thank you for the support, guys. Keep on watching it, though. Keep on watching it. Remember, make sure you guys suggest other What Should You Buys, like on Twitter. If you have me on Twitter, like if you have 2 games that you think I should compare, let me know. We'll do more. Speaking of Xenoblade 2, we are getting pretty close to Pyra Mythra. Yeah, we are getting close to Pyra Mythra. Next week, that'd be Thursday, they're going to have an announcement for it. So, the Mr. Sakurai Presents, which I'm extremely excited to stream for you guys, but it's really early in the morning. I think it's at 6 a.m., right? For that one? So, that's not fun. But it's always fun to, you know, to talk Smash. I'm a big Smash Brothers fan. So yeah. Very good. Very, very, very good. What should you buy? Monster Hunter Rise or AAA Flop Nights? LOL. Yeah, we should do that one. I think that'd be the easiest what should you buy yet. What should you buy yet? Because I watch most of your videos, OJ, mostly on my TV though. That's fine. Wherever you can watch, that's great. Wherever you can watch it. Appreciate you coming out to the streams, John James. Appreciate having you here, JJ. Shout outs. I think Jairus accidentally banged his head on the keyboard or something like that. Not really sure, but good to have you here, Jairus. Welcome to the stream. Hey, what's up, El Realist? Once again, I don't think I said hi to you earlier, so what's good, man? All right, so let's keep it going with this with these topics. Let's keep it going with the gaming. Bravely Default 2 just launched. Like I said, on Amazon, Bravely Default 2 is the #2 game when it comes to bestsellers. Or no, not bestsellers. Sorry. Actually, is it the #2 game? Yeah, it is the #2 game. It is. Super Mario 3D World is still #1, and #2 is Bravely Default 2, which is really good to see that. #3 is Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. #4 is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. #5 is the digital code for Sea of Thieves. #6 is New Pokemon Snap. #7 is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Switch. #8 is Minecraft. Number 9 is Ring Fit Adventure. Number 10 is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Number 11 is Just Dance. Number 12 is Final Fantasy VII Remake, because they just announced that. So they, it's $30 on Amazon. So people are like, oh, let me get that free upgrade to PS5. So yeah, good stuff there. So good stuff. Good to see games doing well. Animal Crossing's still there in the mix. I think once they drop that new update for March, that Mario update, I think more people are gonna hop into Animal Crossing again. So it's good to see, man. Like, a lot of stuff's doing really well. Also, new releases, they also put it, like, separated to new releases. Bravely Default 1 and 2. Monster Hunter Rise is actually the third best for new releases. So this is games that it just released and games that are coming out, so pre-orders for games. Monster Hunter Rise is fastly rising up the list here to number 3. Last time that I checked, it was like number like 7 or 8. So now it's up to 3. So that's really good. It's up to 3. So that's awesome. Hades is also doing pretty good too. Hades, Persona 5 Strikers on the PS4, then Switch. So good stuff all around. Mario 3D World Digital Code. So yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I think we got a donation coming through too. So let's see here. Shinru with the doll donation, and he says, people are complaining about Nintendo games not being what they want. They should be more concerned about how companies like EA and CD Projekt Red lying to the consumers, releasing broken games at launch, fixing them later. Thanks to Todd Howard. I think that gamers are concerned a lot about a lot of things. I think gamers complain about a lot of things. So it's not about one more than the other. I think it's more of just gamers complaining about lots of stuff just in general, At the end of the day, I think that's just really what it is, And that's fine. Gamers, if that's how they cope or that's how they want to do it, they can do that. It's up to them. It's up to you how you operate and what you say and what you do. Yeah, the Monster Hunter Rise console is coming out in the US. Yes, sir. Odog. Yeah, it is. It's actually already up for pre-order at many places. I think you probably missed that in the Nintendo Direct. They showed off the Monster Hunter Switch was coming. So, did you watch the most recent Nintendo Direct? Not the Pokemon Presents, but the Nintendo Direct. They actually showed it off there. Did you see that FF7 Remake is going to PS Plus game in March, but it won't upgrade to the PS5 version when it comes out? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I did see that. That's why I was kind of like, it's kind of weird, but, whatever. How long does Octopath go for sale or Dragon Quest 11? I have like 20 to 25 euros, but I don't think they'll go for that low, right? Octopath? I don't know the price in euros, but there's been some pretty good deals. I think it's been $29.99, so it has hit around that price before. So you might want to wait for Octopath because it has hit around that price. But it's also on PC, so I know you have PC, right? So you can play it on your PC. So yeah. Thank you for the dollar though, Shinra. I appreciate that. Casual gamers don't buy tons of games, so it's common for them to be fine with full prices. Don't casual gamers fuel most of the sales? I think the vocal minority, yeah, absolutely aren't the majority, obviously, because the vocal minority. Most people are just like the casual gamers. Yeah, they feel most like people just buy a game. Certain games, obviously not, but like games like Call of Duty or games like Mario and stuff like that. Yeah, most of it's just casual gamers that just want to play a game, So yeah, I had a friend like Nathan Drake and said that the Switch won't be a 100 million system. And he said it's delusional and he's going to be delusional. Did you bet him anything, Birdman? You should have bet him some money if you could. Playing a JRPG on a handheld is way better, in my opinion. Yeah, it is way better. Playing Octopath Portable is amazing. The HD Rumble is really good in that game too. Yeah, I agree. It is way better than playing like a game like Octopath on PC just seems like bad, like corny, Like, at least only having one option to have it. Like, having the option to be able to just play it, lying down or play it on your TV is definitely a little bit better. Do you think Nintendo need a Switch Pro? I don't know if they need one, but they're definitely going to do one. Let's see. I'm in Canada. They are not live for pre-orders just yet. Are you talking about the Monster Hunter Switch? Or are you talking about the Zelda Joy-Cons? Which one? Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Never mind. Sorry. Uzumaki Tone. He's talking to somebody else. Is it bad? That's why I try to cope on Switch. PC, it's hella lame. Yeah, it's kind of corny on PC. Like, I mean, I wouldn't do it. But that's just me. Hey, what's up, Troy? Happy birthday, too, man. Happy birthday to Troy Perry in the stream. Got $50 and the bet was made in 2018. Oh, wow, Birdman. You made the bet in 2018? Yo. My man with that Mythra foresight. Let's go. Yeah, what is he saying right now? He must be sweating bullets on that 50, right? I'm playing Final Fantasy X for the first time, and the graphic jump from 9 is ridiculous. Do you think we're past the point of huge graphical jumps for games? I don't know if we're... I think that, yeah, yes and no. I think that if you look at it from a factual standpoint, yes, we're past it. Although it's subjective, right? But the law of diminishing returns is factual, and there's nobody that can say that the law of diminishing returns is not a thing, because it is. Now, people's opinions on the law of diminishing returns varies, right? So that's why some people might say, oh, well, this leap was the biggest leap ever. And other people might say, no, it's not that big. Well, because it's subjective on what you see. But it's factual that the law of diminishing returns will happen at some point before you get the photorealism, right? So I think that's where we're at right now. And it's like, it's not about exactly like, you know, the graphics. It's more about load times and other things, you know? Because the big PS5 update for Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's a PS5 game, right? I mean, yeah, it looks better, but you know, it's not the big jump from like PS1 to PS2 Final Fantasy. Hell no, it's not that. No, it's not that. And that's a PS5 game. That PS5 update, they spent time making it a PS5 game, you know? It looks amazing. It looks better than most of the PS5 games out. And I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate and Final Fantasy VII Remake are going to look better than 99% of the PS5 games that are released. I'm almost positive that will be the case, right? So yeah, it's not going to get much better than what we saw with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't think it is, because that's what I said about Final Fantasy VII Remake on PS4 Pro. I was like, dude, this looks like a PS5 game. Like, not everything. Obviously, there's some textures and some backgrounds and some stuff, but just in general, like the character models, I'm like, we're not going to see anything much better than the character models and the graphics in this game. And yeah, that's about right? Like, you look at Demon Souls doesn't look as good graphically as Final Fantasy VII Remake, in my opinion. You know, and if you look at some of the other games that are coming, you know, I don't think it looks... Final Fantasy VII Remake can hold its own, you know? Especially with the new one, the PS5 version of the game. So it's not going to get too much better than that. And most developers don't even have the money to make graphics like Final Fantasy VII Remake anyway. So yeah. Getting tired of getting tired of remasters and stuff yet? No, because we got new games too. We got No More Heroes coming out. We got Bravely Default 2. That's a new game. We got Monster Hunter Rise. That's a new game. There's plenty of new games, plenty of remasters, plenty of everything for everybody. Jonathan says, I don't think we'll ever see another graphical leap like we did from PS1 to PS2. Final Fantasy games or Super Nintendo PS1 Final Fantasy? Yeah, might not. Might not. If the 7 Remake plus the DLC will probably hit the PC and Xbox in April. Probably why Sony was throwing it on PS Plus for March. Oh, is that like the newest rumor? Which is why he's delusional. He's been telling me that he likes Switch now, which got back. Then he chose Sony Pony, telling me that the will fail just like the Wii U era. Well, he's gonna have to pay that 50, bro. Have to pay that 50. It's all good, man. Get your 50. What are you gonna spend that 50 on? What are you gonna buy a game? Just keep it in the bank? What are you gonna do with that 50, Birdman? It's great though, dude. I'm glad that you know that you bet him on that one. And I hope we get Smash Remix for Counterattack. We are going to get a Smash Remix for Counterattack. I think that has to happen. If it doesn't happen, then I'm going to pull out one of Sakurai's hairs when I see him on his head. I'm going to pull one hair out. You know? And be like, this is for not putting the Counterattack in there. So yeah, man. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into some random Q&A, guys. We'll be doing random Q&A for about maybe 15-20 minutes. And then we'll get into Splatoon. I am going to have a little bit shorter. Splatoon's going to be for about maybe 40 to 45 minutes today. Just so I can play a little. I want to play a little bit more Bravely Default before the Spawncast. And I also want to take a little bit of a break as well. And plus I have to edit a video tonight. So I got quite a number of things that I got to do. So yeah, but we will play some Splatoon. So look out for that in just about maybe 20 minutes or so. Final Fantasy VIII Remake would be dope. They already did a technically Final Fantasy VIII Remake. Final Fantasy VIII there's a Final Fantasy VIII Remaster that's on the Switch and PS4 and Xbox that you can play, where they completely redid the models and all that. They called it Final Fantasy VIII Remaster though, because the graphics aren't like amazing, but they definitely they lost the source code for that game, so they just remade everything. But it's a pretty faithful re-release of the game, or remake of the game. When the Switch hits 100 million, I'll get Breath of the Wild 2 and just pay the rest of the amount. All right, there you go. We got to see when Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. You think they'll port that Final Fantasy VII mobile game to Switch? Maybe. For some reason, I always thought 2D sprites looks kind of weird blown up on a 4K TV, even if it's HD. Still prefer in portable mode. Yeah, I can see that. I would love to see Zidane in Smash, but that's not going to happen. Probably not going to happen, Jakin. You know, probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen. But you never know, right? What Final Fantasy game do you think would be the next in line to get Final Fantasy VII style remake? I think FF6 or FF10 personally. I don't know, just because they spent a lot of money on that, so I don't know if they're gonna ever spend that much money on another game again like that. But if they were to bring one back, yeah, it'd probably be like 6 or it'd be like 10. It'd be like one of those two. Judgment? Nah, I'm good on Judgment. I don't buy like the Yakuza or like that. Like I don't buy any of their games because of what they had to say a while back. So I don't buy any of them. So I don't care about it. But they're cool games though. Those 2022 already seems amazing. We still don't know about the second half of 2021. It's quite incredible. Yeah, I think that they're this layered marketing. They've got a first half pretty locked up with some good games, and then second half's going to be pretty good, and then 2022 is looking good too. So gives people more than enough incentive to go out there and buy a Switch, knowing that you're going to get support for not only this year, but next year as well. So Bravely Default 2 is awesome. Having a great time playing the game. Yeah, Bravely Default 2 is really good. It's super, super, super good. We might get a Resident Evil character in Smash. You never know. John James. Any other questions, guys? I also pre-ordered Monster Hunter Rise Deluxe Edition on Best Buy. Yeah, me. No, where did I pre-order? Was mine Best Buy or was it Amazon? I think I pre-ordered mine on Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Yeah, I got it on Amazon. Pretty cool. When you play JRPGs, when you have a chance to change the name, do you keep the name as intended, or do you just use OJ or something like that? I usually keep the name as intended. J2 says FF7 is basically a franchise now, and I personally don't see us giving a remake of the caliber this ever again. Yeah, I mean, it's never say never, but yeah, like FF7 is like legendary, so that's the reason why they're spending so much money on it. What comes out first, Kingdom Hearts 4 or FF7 Remake Part 2? FF7 Remake Part 2. Also save 60 by not getting Bravely Default 2 and playing Final Fantasy 10 instead. It's new to me. That's true. I mean, FF10 is still really good, and you can always play Bravely Default 2 later, or just not play it at all. It's up to you. If you get Chris Redfield in Smash, I need him bulky. K. Rool in his reveal trailer. Yeah, man. If Switch Pro is announced, it'll be released this holiday season. Yeah, they don't ever announce systems like a Pro version and like wait till next year or something. If they announce a Switch Pro this year, it'll release very short proximity to when it's announced, because you don't want your sales being, cannibalized because they're like, oh, let's just wait for the Switch Pro. So same thing with Switch Lite. They announce the Switch Lite and then very soon it comes after, right? So whenever they do announce the Switch Pro, it's gonna come out very short after the announcement, like a month at tops. Not even, dude. Man, it might be a couple weeks. They're not going to give us much time in between. What percentage would you place on third Fighters Pass? 0. I'm not too big in turn-based type of RPGs. Any recommendations with simpler kind to get started? Yeah, any action RPG works. So you can do Persona 5 Strikers. You can do Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana. I mean, there's lots of games. Persona 5 Strikers is really damn good, even on Switch. Played it like 7 hours straight today. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, if you have a PS4, I mean, you know, the frame rate and everything better on there, so you might want to try it. But yeah, it's good on Switch too. It's just 30 frames, but it's still good on there. It retains all the content, all the gameplay, everything's still in there, and you can play it portably, which is nice. Ghost of Tsushima or Sekiro? I like Ghost of Tsushima more than Sekiro, but they're both good games. I'm also excited to see Pyra and Mythra's alt costumes. The poppy skin for Mythra look clean. It does look really clean. I'm excited to see that as well. Triangle strategy demo. Nevin Kohler, check out my videos that I already made a video on the triangle strategy demo. So yeah, I played it and I made a video on it. So yeah, I cover all JRPGs, guys. So I mean, if there's a JRPG that's exclusive to Switch or there's something that's on there, like you can already assume that I've already played it. So some of you guys saying, "Hey, did you play Bravely Default?" Guys, I cover Nintendo heavily on this channel. So I mean, why would I not have JRPG content on this channel with that exclusive? So yeah, just check out the channel first before like the basic questions like that. Hey, did you play this game that just came out? Or hey, did you try this demo that's highly, you know, like that's stuff that I already cover on this channel. Like you would have already seen it, you know, if you just check the channel. Let's see here. Don G Gaming says, what's up, OJ? Players, have you heard anything Xenoblade X coming related? Check out my videos that I've already talked about it for quite a number of times. I've talked about Xeno and all that, so check out my videos that I've done on that. John James says, do you think it could be the last Smash Bros? I don't think it's the last, but it might be the last one for a while. I disagree. I don't know how to say your name, Kawasi. He says, hopefully Switch Pro, because the Switch is going to have problems running it. I don't think so. I think that you're judging it based off of early footage. So therefore, you're saying a Switch Pro needs to happen. I think it's going to run it just fine. And I think that you're judging a game off of early footage and a developer being honest with us. So now you're just assuming, well, now there needs to be a Switch Pro because this game can't run it. It's early. They still have plenty of development time for optimization. So I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. I think it's a bit too early. You're not a developer, you know. You don't know how, like, Switch can run Breath of the Wild just fine. Like, Switch can run other open world games just fine. It can run Xenoblade. It can run other games. So this Pokemon game isn't graphically 10 times better than Breath of the Wild or anything like that, right? Like, I don't think it is. Like, even from what we saw, it's not. So there's no reason why that game, from what they showed us and them optimizing it, why it can't run and Breath of the Wild can. There's absolutely zero reason why. So I think that's ridiculous when people say stuff like that. It needs a Switch Pro to run. It's gonna have problems. No, it doesn't. Breath of the Wild runs on there, you know. So no, it doesn't need it. Don't get me wrong. I think we'll have a Switch Pro by then, but it doesn't need it. Wasim Khan says, have you watched the Final Fantasy Advent Children movie? Yeah, I have, but I mean, what does it matter now at this point? That movie's old. What do you think about Samsora tweeting unban Nairo when he kind of threw him under the bus? The allegations came out. I think that might have been part of the financial agreement or the part of the legal agreement. That's what I think. Let's see here. Day2 says, do the which should you buy videos have to be games that are similar? I was going to suggest Crash 4 versus Monster Hunter Rise. They don't have to be similar, because I did like New Super Mario Bros. Versus Tales of Vesperia, but I kind of want them to be more like similar type of games. Will we get Pokemon 25 Switch or Switch Lite? I definitely think we'll get like a special edition Pokemon, like a console or Switch Lite or something, but I don't know which one it's going to be. It might be both. I'm not really sure. Skyrim is on Switch. Yeah, Skyrim's been on Switch for a number of years now. Yeah. He says, I honestly thought Legends was chugging a bit because Pokemon Company doesn't have too much experience in making 3D games. No, it's because it's an early build of the game, guys. Like, it's early build. I think a lot of gamers don't understand game development at all. Like, it's early. They still have time to develop. They're still developing. It's really early footage of the game, guys. Really early footage of the game. If people keep on making comments like this to the Pokemon Company, they're going to stop showing us stuff early. They're just going to wait and wait and wait and wait. Or they're just going to show us title screens or CG gameplay if people can't, like, logically think about gaming. You know, like they're just gonna start doing that. I mean, they already do it. It's just gonna get worse now. I don't suggest any developer to do that because of how crazy people get. And I'm not saying that you're crazy, but like the fact that it's pretty obvious that it's still early footage. They even said it's more than a year, and people, oh well, if they can't do it, it's like there's still tons of time to develop. Like I don't understand how this is not like a logical conclusion. In my opinion, I don't think you have to be a game developer to know that there's still a lot of time left. You know, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand the logic behind it. In my opinion, like I said, I don't get it. And I've seen so many people say, oh well, yeah, it sucks. It's like, dude, there's still well more than a year. Like, oh, they don't know how to develop 3D games. Oh, they're bad at it. It's like, dude, there's still more than a year. Like, there's still development time. Like, now if it's the same year or if it's like right before launch, then okay, then no problem. But it's still more than a year, you know? So that's I just think it's weird. They're gonna, like I said, they're gonna stop showing us. They're gonna just start doing all CG, man. They're just gonna start until right before it's ready. Then all of a sudden they're gonna start talking about the game. If people don't want to use their brain logically on some of this stuff, you know. Monster to Rise build they showed back in September had a lot of frame drops too, but look at the January demo, huge improvement. And people need to be patient. Yeah, but that was even more closer to be done because from what they showed us, because the game was coming out March. So they were definitely more on like a final, final build of the game. Not quite, but it was definitely more done than what Pokemon is. Just because they have a lot of time doesn't mean they have a ton of experience. Look at this. Look at Cyberpunk, bro. Well, that's fine, but that doesn't mean that you said chugging. Okay, so that's frame rate. All right. So just because they have a lot of time doesn't mean they have a lot of they have a ton of experience. Cyberpunk example doesn't even make any sense. That makes zero sense because the developers behind Cyberpunk have a ton of experience developing 3D games. They have a ton of it. They've been making 3D games for more than like a decade or whatever. They've been making The Witcher and 3D games for a long time. So what does your comparison do? So just because they have time doesn't mean they have a ton of experience. Look at Cyberpunk. The developers that made Cyberpunk have a ton of experience making 3D games. Cyberpunk, they lied. And it's the systems that they were on. They weren't actually developing anything. Cyberpunk, when it comes to the graphics of the game and everything on PC, the system that it's actually supposed to be developed for, it was decent. It ran okay. It looked okay. It looked good. It ran okay on PC. But when it comes to the PS3 or the PS4 and Xbox One, they never really developed. They didn't optimize it. They didn't take the time. They thought that they can just do it, and it didn't work out the way that they wanted it to work out. So that's a completely different thing. Completely different thing. Completely different thing. He says, yeah, I definitely understand about the development, dude. I also said that they have one game under their belt, which is open world elements. Yeah, I understand, but what I'm saying is that like it's still early. It's still, they just showed us some early footage. I don't think it has anything to do with their experience with developing 3D or open world games or elements or anything. I don't think it has anything to do with that. What I'm trying to say is that it's still just early footage. They honestly, John James, they could have showed you a fake game that just showed renders that wasn't real and make it look like gameplay, and then you would have a completely different thought process right now. That's all I'm trying to say is that like it's just a very early build of the game, you know? Like they could have easily just faked you out and just put up fake gameplay, and you'd be like, oh well, it looks like Game Freak knows what they're doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have done that, which developers do all the time. They do that regularly, where they show not real gameplay, and then people say, "Oh, well, that's amazing," you know. So yeah, man. Like I see what you're saying, but I just, like I said, the logic behind it to me is just a little bit off. I don't think it has anything to do with it's chugging because of this. No, it's because it's an early build of the game more so than anything. There's developers that are very experienced with 3D development, and their games can still, like The Witcher 3 when it launched, right? So I don't think like I said, I don't think it has anything to do with their experience. I don't think it has anything to do with their experience. Just more getting in tune. Like they're gonna get it done. They're gonna get it done. But whatever. Just whatever thought process you got, that's fine. Yeah, devs do that a whole lot. Watch Dogs is one of those that come to mind. Cyberpunk as well. Exactly. Yeah, like I said, I said in my video today, if you watch my video, like they definitely have work to do. They have plenty of work to do to get it. But I think that by the time that we see the game again, I think it's going to look a lot better. I think they're going to tune up some things. I think it's going to be, by the time that it releases, it's going to look a lot better, because that's an old build. They just wanted to give us an idea of what they're working on, like the path and like what they're doing, which, like I said, is admirable in my opinion. You know, a lot of times, like I said, they show us fake gameplay, they show us stuff that's not real, or they show us running on the high-end PC. This time they actually showed us real gameplay that you can clearly tell was being played by somebody, not fake. So I'll take that. And, you know, if the game still is bad before it drops, then okay, we'll say, yeah, it looks bad before it drops. But right now it's really early, you know, that's all. Let's see here. Let's see. Not sure if I fully agree, but Sword and Shield chugs on my Switch. Not sure if. No, sure, I agree, but Sword and Shield. Yeah, but so once again, that's the first game that they did. Now they're doing this one right now. You know what I'm saying? So they're getting that extra experience. And Sword and Shield can chug on your Switch. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. But when they showed off Sword and Shield, that was closer to release than this is. This still has way more development time. So like I said, if Pokemon Legends Arceus was coming out this year, then you'd have more of a point, John James. But it's not. So, I mean, we already had this discussion with Drake earlier, you know what I'm saying? And he bounced because, you know, Drake always does that. But I'm rocking a 2060 Super. But they have till next year and all the way till then. So that's the difference. Sword and Shield, whenever they showed that off, that was that year that game was coming out. And now they have more experience. Now they have, you know, more time. They don't have to get it out for the holiday release. Like, I see what you're saying. And when it comes time, when it's that, like, if it's like that, when it's closer to the launch, or even in the same year, if it's 2022 January and the game's coming out in March, then I kind of see your point more, man. Then I'm with you. But right now, like, using Sword and Shield as an example, that's fine. Okay, but I'm just being objective and looking at, like, hey, there's still well more than a year. Like, we don't know how to develop games. Me and you, we don't develop games. But what I do know is that they know what they're doing. They're professionals. Let them get it done. And we'll see how it is. Like, we'll see how it is when it launches or when it's close. Right now, we're still far out from launch. So, yes, that's fine. You can use Pokemon Sword and Shield as an example. Go ahead. I'm just, at this point, like I said, I already said my piece on it, man. Just, I don't know what else you want me to say. Don't know what else you want me to say. Dank Meme says, for people keep asking, they need Monolith Soft, but so quick to bash their games. LOL. Let the studio do their own. Yeah, people bash the hell out of Monolith Soft daily, so I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on there. So yeah. Do you think Breath of the Wild 2 will release this year? If they can, yeah. I think they probably want to get it out this year. Even if you were bagging on it, it's fine. It's fine. Even if you were, it's cool. It's no problem. I know you're saying that you're not, but even if you were, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Let's see here. Oh, what's up, Andre? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Waldo? Why haven't you watched the streams lately? Why? I've been good. Why haven't you watched the streams, and why haven't you been watching the video? That's what I want to know. Why is my thumbnail so blurry on Twitter? That's weird. Early 2022? For what? It might be. If they can't get it done this year, then it might be next year, guys. A lot of times release dates they can change. It's not set in stone. They have a target release window, and if they can get it done, they'll get it done. If they can't, then they'll delay it, or they'll wait. It's not really delayed. There's no release date. Then they'll put it out when it's ready. Oh, you can bash Monolith Soft. Go watch the Digital Foundry review of Xenoblade Chronicles X. Or sorry, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. No, John is cool. He's not causing any issues. He's cool. Just conversation on games. I'm not mad. Do you think they'll like... Oh, I already read that. Jonathan B says... I don't get why people hate on Monolith Soft, even if they aren't your kind of games. Quality. You mean? What do you mean you don't hate why people hate on Monolith Soft? Gamers hate on everything. Doesn't matter. Like, a video game company could be like, hey, we're giving you guys 10 free games, and people will be like, oh, well, only 10? Why not 15? Gamers hate on everything. So somebody's always got something to say about something. So how are you not surprised? Oh man. So I'll tell you, but to avoid a rant, I will keep it to myself. All right, Waldo. So hopefully you can come to the streams more often. It's good to see you here. Or they'll say those 10 games are trash. Yeah. I mean, think about it for a second, right? Let's look at Nintendo Switch Online. I know that they can do more to make it better, but you've got 100 games on there. All the games have online play enabled. So that's dope. You can play any of those old school games growing up back in the day. You can play it online with your friends. You know what I'm saying? And there's really no input or like lag or anything like that in the games for the most part, right? So you can play all those games with your friends, old school games, and people sit there and still complain about how it's bad, about how it sucks, about how it's this and that. Yet they've got a bunch of games that you can play online multiplayer with your friends. Games that were never able to play online are now all online enabled for $20 a year. And yeah, like I said, I know that there's some stuff that they need to fix up with other things, but people will sit there and say, no, give me Virtual Console, $7.99 Super Nintendo games. Let me pay $5,000 in Virtual Console. Like, people will complain about everything. People complain about the games that come. People complain about online play, that stuff. People complain about everything. So it doesn't matter what good or bad or whatever. They'll still complain about stuff, and which is fine. People are allowed to complain about whatever they want to complain about. What OJ said, gamers hate video games. Gamers do hate video games. OJ, you should do Chappelle style player haters ball, but for gamers. That seems like it would take a lot of work. Maybe Black Keely can get on that. So yeah, all they need is N64 and I think you mean GameCube, and messaging friends and online is perfect. Yeah, N64 and GameCube and messaging. And all of a sudden, everything's perfect. I guarantee you they put all that on there. I guarantee people would complain. You want to know why? I guarantee people would complain? Because the Wii had all that. And people complained all the time. We had a GameCube built into it. We had N64 games. We had messaging. You could message your friends. And you can do all that. And people complained like crazy about the Wii system. So, everybody will always find something to complain about. Xbox has that, PlayStation has that. People complain about everything. It doesn't matter what it is. There'll be something that somebody will find something to complain about. It'll never be perfect for everyone, which is fine. It's not, like I said, it's not a big deal. But everybody acting like, oh well, if they do this and this and this that I want, all of a sudden everyone's gonna be okay. No, there'll still be something to be upset about. Whenever I see a game for free, I feel grateful that it's people need to chill. Games were made to relax, not enjoy. Feel entitled and pissy about everything. Yeah. Alright, we need to play some Splatoon, guys. We need to play some Splatoon 2. Oh, you know what? I didn't check. Goodness gracious. Let me see. I hope it actually works today. It worked the other day, but I hope it actually... Well, actually, no, it didn't work the other day. Hey, what's up, Sharon Johnson? Oh! It like alternates between working and not working. Oh my gosh, dude, this sucks. I hate this. I really hate this. Oh, come on. Come on. Dude, this is trash. It worked the other time when I tested it. Alright. Y'all playing Splatoon 3? Yeah, when it comes out. It's not out till next year. Play Splatoon 2. It keeps happening. Yesterday I got it working later, but it kept happening. 2 more years until the PlayerEssence 20th anniversary. PlayerEssence 20th anniversary? 20th? What are we getting? Want a video game edited to show all your highlights like Nintendo did? 2 more years to the 20th anniversary? It's not the 20th anniversary of PlayerEssence, is it? The 10th anniversary? 10th anniversary. 10th anniversary. Everyone also complained about the Mario 35th 3D All-Stars package. Yeah, people complained about that, but they also complained that it was limited release too. So yeah. Yeah, this is so weird. I don't know why it keeps on doing this. Like, it alternates whether it works or it doesn't work. Like, on some days everything's just fine and dandy, it's working just good. And other days it's just like, nope, it's not gonna work. Meant 10th mistype. I don't even. When's the real 10th anniversary for PlayerEssence? I don't even know like the real. What is the real 10th anniversary? Do I go based off of my my website? I think because I made my website in 2011. Or do I go based off of this channel or my other YouTube channel that I had? I don't even know where the real anniversary is, dude. I'm not even sure where the real anniversary is. Website? Damn, 20th OG getting old. Yeah, I'm 46, so I'm old, but like that's just weird. So 10th anniversary. Go off the website. Let's see if I do that. It never. It doesn't fix it. It won't fix it. Nothing works. Hold up, let me see. Give me a second, guys. Let's see if I just restart this. I wish there was a way that I can keep all you guys here, restart everything, and everything just boots right back up to where it was, you know? So this is the 10th anniversary. I guess this would be the 10th anniversary. I don't remember exactly when I started my blog. I think I started my blog in... Did I start my blog in 2010? Or then I started it in 2011? I don't remember. I think it was 2010. This might be the 11th anniversary. I don't remember exactly because I'm old and I have a bad memory. So I don't exactly remember when. It was either 2010 or it was 2011 because I started a small WordPress blog back in the day. Yeah, this thing's jacked up. So, all right. So we're gonna not have Splatoon. Here's what I'll do. We'll get some extra days. We're gonna have to get some extra days in. If I can stream tomorrow, I will. If I can, I probably won't be able to though, guys. If not, Monday we'll have. I'll make sure everything works Monday. Tuesday we'll probably do something Tuesday and Wednesday, so we'll probably do something 3 days in a row, just as long as work permits me to do it. Okay. So we'll get it done then. I'm sorry, guys. This thing is just. Even when I test it, it doesn't. Even when I test things, it doesn't work anymore. Like it's just super weird. It's just acting super weird. I don't know why. So yeah, ripperoni. So here's what we'll do, guys. We'll be back. I have to do the spawn. If I didn't have to do the spawn cast tonight, I would try to see if I can fix it, and we can play tonight, but I got to do the spawn cast in just a bit. In less than 3 hours, I got to do the spawn cast. I still got to edit some videos for you guys too, and edit other stuff for my job. So let's do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I edit makeup videos and videos for people local here in town, like bakeries and stuff like that. All right, so I think yeah, we'll be back Monday. I also edit video. I mean, obviously, I have my own YouTube channel, so I edit my own gaming videos too. So we'll be back Monday for streaming, and I'll try to see if I can make sure everything works properly then. Okay, guys. So we'll be back. We'll be back for that. We'll be back for that. Okay. God, that sucks. Yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about on the Spawncast tonight, Waldo. A lot of stuff to talk about, Waldo, man. A lot of stuff. So, all right. So we will see you guys on the Spawncast later. And I will work on trying to see if I can get this capture card 100% fixed. Okay, guys? All right. So we will see you then later. All right? Thank you guys so much. I'm terribly sorry about that. Kind of sucks. I actually wanted to play Splatoon with you guys today. But let me make some bonus videos. Let me take this time to make some bonus videos, like a good video for you guys tomorrow, all right? So we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Or tomorrow I have a video. Watch my latest video. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. A lot of you guys ask me questions that I already answer in my videos. So make sure you guys take the time to just take 10, 15 minutes out of your day to check out the most recent videos that we do have on the channel. I think they're pretty good, and it gives you information and details, and of course gives you an outlet to talk about what you want to talk about, guys. You know, these videos, they're fun. They're on topics that you guys all like. So take some time to check it out if you can. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and we will see you guys back probably Monday for streaming, and then videos tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys. See you guys for the next one. Bye, everyone. Thank you for the support today, too. Thank you for all the new followers, subscribers, donations. You guys are awesome. Peace.